So today is the 4th November. 4th November, 5th November and 6th November, that is 3 days, we will be building a very important thing, and that is called the location box. And this is very useful tool because whenever we take the data from the user, let's say when we build something kind of Craigslist like website or something, we have the events, we want the exact location where the event is located, or where exactly is service is located, or when I want to sell or buy something, so where exactly is the dealing will happen. We need the location where it has to be placed. So we will be building location box, a very useful tool in these 3 days, and I will be using this location box in all my projects. That's the reason to understand it is very important. So let's start working on the location box. So first thing is we need the key, because we will be using Google location. So we need the key, API key, otherwise Google location will not work without that key. So let's go to the console.cloud.google.com. Okay, and then here we have the project right now. One project is there. You can start a new project and give some name. But right now I have this project 100. Let me see if I can use this key. Okay, so I need to find Google. They have this tool very complicated, and whenever I go, every time I need to find where exactly I have to build the API key. Okay, let's go to the dashboard. Okay, in the dashboard, enable API and services. I'll click the enable API and services. Okay, so here I have to enable the services. Now, which services I have to enable? Okay, let me check with my other key. Okay, give me 1 second. Let me check the services which I have to enable. They have a lot of services, and we need to enable that service. Services. 1 second. Let me check which services I have to enable. Maybe Google Map for Android. Okay, Map JavaScript. Let's enable this one. Okay, let's enable this one. I will come back again if some of the services I haven't enabled it. Okay, I enabled the map services. Let's enable another service. Okay, let's enable the places, because I will be searching the places in my location box. So let's enable this places also. Okay, so I enabled these 2 services, and then I'll see. Now I'll go to credentials. Now I'll go to credentials. Okay, in the credential, In the credential, I'll create a I have to create a new credential. Let me see what it thinks. To protect you and users, your consent in application need to be verified by the Google. Okay, so they are just okay. Let me find out what they are saying. Okay. Okay, let me create another credential and we'll see what I can do. Let's create the credentials. I have different option. And I'll click the API key, and I got the API key. And then I'll copy this key. Okay, so I'll save it somewhere, this key. I want the API key only for my thing. I'll save it somewhere and I'll be using it when I put something in my code. Okay, so I have the API key. So you should build your API key yourself, because I will be deleting my key. This is only for testing purpose to show you, and everyone should create their own key. And don't try to use my key. And then I'll go. Okay, so I have one script tag which I will be using it. This is the script got from the Google, and I'll use this API key. Okay, so this is a script tag I have to include in my HTML page to make it workable. So I copy this script tag and I'll go to my public folder. So this is my complete React app. I'll go to the client folder. Inside client folder, I'll go to public folder and then index.html, and I will paste it anywhere, maybe before the ending body tag. So I just put the key before the ending of the body tag here. So I place the key for my location to work properly. Any other thing? Okay. So that's it for the placement of the file. Now I'll work directly on the location box. Let's go to work on the location box. So for location box, I have to create another widget like I do for all things. I create a widget so that I can use it in any project. So let's create that widget. Okay. So I'll go to the widget. Here I'll create a folder called as location. This part is recorded and will be shared. When I will start some private thing that I'll let you know, that time you can write down at that time. But right now this video will be shared. And when the time will come where I will show you something which I don't want to share, I will ask you to write down that thing. This part will be shared, so don't worry. I'll let you know once I start the sensitive thing. So I'll create a new file called a location box.jsx. So in this location box, I will be I will be using called as one package, and I'm writing the name of the package. So the name, first you have to create the key, API key in the console of Google Cloud. I will give the URL also, but you have to search and go as I did. And we have to install the package called as React Google Autocomplete, which I will do it now. Not here. In my create React. Here. So here I will install the package, and that is called Google Autocomplete, and the package is called npm install -- save, and I'll install the package called as React Google Autocomplete. So once the package will be installed, I will be able to use it. Till this package is installing, let's start working on the location box. I'll start with RFCE, and this is my location box. I'll import few things. One, for example, import autocomplete from React Google Autocomplete. And here you should know that we always pass some options to this location box, and the options can be of two types. It can be of more type also, but right now I know only two type which I use in my day-to-day project. You can check their API or Google Map or Google Autocomplete to know if they have more options available. So these options I use in day-to-day project. So I will be showing you two options which I am using it. So option can be, one option is I want cities. I want all cities. So you have seen the location box. I can put any address also, but I don't want, if sometime I don't want the address, I want only the city name. I don't want exact address of the user, then I will use this cities. Another option is I want addresses and city both, and everything, businesses, addresses, everything I want. Then I pass this empty array, and that means I want businesses and addresses, cities, everything I wanted. So either I want cities only, I will pass this option. If I want to get everything, I will pass empty array. So either of these two will be passed. This is the props which I'll be getting. I need to, so this one Google Autocomplete is done. I also need one more package that is called npm install, and this is called UUID. UUID. This will give me unique ID every time whenever I call this service. So I will install this package also. So I need package Google Complete and UUID. These two packages are needed. Okay, let it install. Okay, so I will import v4 as UUID v4 from UUID. So generally I get v4 from this UUID. I rename it as to UUID v4 version 4, and then I can use this UUID by calling it like this. UID v4 and round bracket. So when I call this one, this will give me a unique ID which I can use anywhere. Okay, this is the unique ID which I will get it. Okay, so let's start working on this location box. So location box is big. I won't be able to complete today, but we'll start today and try to finish tomorrow and some part on day after tomorrow. Okay, so here I'm expecting in the location box, I'm expecting following things, and which things I need is the following. I can destructurize the props like this, and I will say I want options which are nothing but one of these. I want title which will be displayed to the user. I want value, initial value of the text field, and I want on handle select. So when someone select that address, what should happen? So I will destructurize the props in this way. I can also destructurize directly by cutting this and putting it here, or I can do it here. So either way is okay. Whatever way you prefer, you can do. Okay, now let's write down some code here. So I'll start with div, the class name equal to form group, style equal to, I'll give some position called as a relative in the style. Then I'll start with the if title is there, if someone has passed the title, so I'll say title, and I'll start with label. Label will be the title. So this title, if it is available, I will show it as a label. Then I will start, since I call this autocomplete, I will start this autocomplete here. Okay, so this is my autocomplete. And this autocomplete has few options which I will pass it here. So one of the option is class name, for example, I'll put, and right now I've put form control. Second thing, I will pass ID. Right now I'm hard coding it to location box. I'll change it later to some different name. Then next thing will be default value, and it will be the value which is coming, which will be the initial value for that location box. That will be the default value. I will also be putting the ref in shortly, but not now. And then I will also put on place selected. So whenever you select the place, whatever place you want, you will call this function, and this function is the arrow function. It will return me the place which user has selected it. Right now I'll just do console.log of place selected is selected. Sorry, it will be the place which is coming from here. Okay, so this is something I will do now. And one more thing I want is this options. I need to use this option. So one more thing I'll pass, types equal to options. So these options which I am passing will go here as the types, and I'll pass the options. So this is what is there. I haven't used it this part. I haven't used it this part yet. I will be using it this part shortly in a minute. So the video of today, tomorrow, and Friday I will share, but only I will delete some part which I explained earlier. Okay, so rest part will be there, don't worry. Few part will be there. Now what are the options? I just now showed you. Options can be cities or it can be empty array. If you want every businesses, every street to be appeared, you can pass empty array. And if you want only the cities to appear, you will pass this option like this one. Now let's try to use this and see how it works. So before using this one, I will create a new project. I already finished project 6. Let's create the project 7 today. And we'll build this location box in project 7. And I'll first copy all the content of project 6 to project 7. I'll delete add to, which is not needed. And in the add, previously I have date time. So instead of date time, I'll call this location box. From the widget, and inside widget I have the location folder, and inside the location folder I have the location box. Okay, so this is my location box. So I don't need date of birth here. So here the key should be anything which you want. You can save it as a data, you can save it as a location, you can save it as a location. Initially it's null. So you can save it whatever with name you want. You can save it like there. So this will remain same, this will remain same, this will remain same. When I submit it, let's right now use this location. And I will be submitting the location while submitting it. So this part is not done. We will be submitting street, city, state, everything will be submitting. I will be adding more things later. I'm just now putting one thing, but I'll be adding more things. Now I'll call the location box. It is this box I have to call it. I'll delete the date and time. I'll delete this handle change. Okay, here I will call the location box. And location box expects few parameters, and what it expects, first thing it expects title. So I will pass the title. Maybe I can say find my location. Okay, so title. What thing it expects? Value. Okay, so value will be the default value, which initially it will display to the user. So value can be I have this form values. I can take from here form values. The value will be form value dot location. If location exists, if something is there in the form value location, that means if I have something here, that is when user will change, this form value will be updated, and we have something in the location box. And when we have something in the location box, I will use that one. So if I have something in the location, I will use that one by saying form values dot location dot formatted address. So we will get some address called as formatted address. So I'll be displaying that. Otherwise, I will display empty field. So let's wrap this in the bracket. and I'll save it. So if I have filled already some location, I will be updating this field, this state value, and if this state value is there, I will be showing the format address from this value. If user has not filled, initially the page is loaded, I will be showing this one. So there is difference when we go initially or when we go afterward. Okay, so this one is done. Next thing it is expecting on handle select. So I will create on handle select equal to, I will create one function. I will name it as handle location select. I will create this function and I'm passing this function to this one. So let's create this function which will do nothing but update these form values. So I'll create a function constant handle location select equal to, I will create a arrow function and it will get some parameter E. This E is nothing, it's not the event. I can name it as input also. So don't confuse with event, it is the input which will come from this location box. So it will be properly object with city, state, country, latitude, longitude, all will be there. I'll just say set form values. I'll call the set form value, which is this function. And how to update it? I will pass the arrow function. And here I will get the previous value of this form. That is nothing but this value. I'll get the previous value. So I have to take this previous value and I have to update with the new value which is coming here. So to do that, I will return an object because this input will be the object. And so what I will do first? First I will do the spread operator of the previous value, that is FE, and I will update the new value which is this input and update the new value with this location. Right now I have one field location, so I can use this location here directly. But sometimes, let's say if I have multiple location box, then I need the name field also. So why not to give the name also here, and then I can update name with the input value which is coming. So right now I have the location only. I could have used location here directly, but since when we go with many location boxes, I may have multiple location box, then I need the name and the value which is coming from the previous page. And this name, I can use it here in this call. I can call the bind and I'll say the name of location. So here I'm hard coding the name location for this location box. So whenever something will return from this page, that is from the location box, whenever something will be returned, it will be already having the name as the first field as a location, and second field will come as input from this location box. So we are updating this location box. That way I can have multiple location box in the page. And one more thing we expect is the options. Let's go to options equal to. Now options can be of two types. Let's experiment with both the type. I will put cities in the first type and I'll create another location box. Later, after we are done with testing of this one, I'll create another one, and in that I will put this one. Both options I will test it. Okay, right now let's see how it works, and then we'll go and add one more. Okay, let's open the since it is pointing to project 6, we need to change that. Let's go to the app.js and I'll change it to 7. And in the 7, in the project layout, I'll change it to 7 and I'll say it is location box. Let's refresh it. What happened? Something problem. Okay, it's compiling. It's compiling. Compiling. Give us a few seconds to get it compiled. Okay, so we are in the project 7 now, and it's location box. When I go to add, I will see the form value initially is a null. So if it is null, I don't put anything here, and it is empty. Now when I click some here, and I try to enter something, for example, New York. Okay, so see, it's asking I have to enable the billing in this one. Since I created new API key, so they want me to enable the billing before I can use that API key. Let me see what billing needs. Okay, I'll select this one. So it's asking me the billing account. It will ask the credit card and all the details kind of thing. You can fill your credit card detail and everything. And they don't charge it. It is free to use it. But they want you to enable the billing, and because they have some limit kind of thing, maybe a million users or something. You can check the document how much is free. But they need billing to be enabled. Otherwise, they don't allow me to use this API key. So I have already one API key. I use it for my other demo project. So I'll be using that now for time being to show you. But when you will do work on it, you should create your billing and whatever you have to make it enable. So let me create another API. Let me put another API. And then I can, 1 second, let me put another API. I'm just taking my another API key. Okay, let me do. So you need to update the billing for it to work properly. And right now I created new API key, so it's not allowing me to use that one. Okay, so I put in my notepad, I just put that API key. Okay, let's try now. New York, for example. So when I type, as soon as I type, I see this box available, and when I can select, you will see the place selected is because I put the console.log. If you see the console.log, I put the console.log. Place selected is, so place selected is kind of address component. We have a lot of things which come in the place selected. I have, locality is the city, that is called New York. Administrative area 1, level 1 is something kind of state, and state is also New York. And then country is also country is United States. So I get these three things for the New York. Let's try to put another one. Let's try to put Delhi, India. Okay, so there is some problem with the Google map, this autocomplete. I'll let you know what is the problem. Right now I'll say Delhi, India. So you see, when I already choose the Delhi, India, this box is overlapping with the Google box. I don't want this one. That is very, problematic. I don't need that one. So New York also, let's say if I select New York, next time when come, it will give me two boxes which I have to prevent. I'll do that now in a bit. So for this New York, I get locality is city, administrative level area 2 is the county. Is the county or district. You can say district. This is the county. In US it is county. In India it is called district. And then we have the administrative area level 1, that is the state. And then we have the country, and then we have the zip code. I can change this to, I will try to put now street address and see what if it is working, because it takes generally only the city name, because I provided option of city name only. So it's not taking the street address and street name. Okay, so that's why it's only taking the city, because I give the option of city. Let's try to create another box. So here I will change it, find my city, and I'll create another box. And here I'll name it as location 2, for example. I'll create another location 2. Okay, location 2 is there, and here I will just say find my address. And here this option I will change it to second one, that is this one. Okay, so I change this to second one. Let's see now how it works. So now I have two boxes, 1 and 2. So in the first one, I can choose. See, this is disturbing me. This box is coming, and this is also coming pre-filling. I don't want this. I want only the Google box should come. So here, for example, I'll give the location of. I cannot put the street address. It will not give me. So let's say I put San Francisco. San Francisco. Okay. There's another problem. When I press enter, it refreshes the page. So I'll say San Francisco. Try to choose from here, and this is disturbing him a lot. Let me fix this first, and then we'll go further. So you see, whenever I already selected this another box on top of Google box, it's disturbing me a lot, and I need to remove this box. And how to remove this box? And for that I created this. For that I created this UVID. If the ID is same, it will give me that box over it. So I need the unique ID every time I load this one. So what I will do, I will call this one. I will call this function, and in ID case, I will execute this function. Every time the page is loaded or component is loaded, it will get a new ID. So I will not get that box which you were seeing just now. And when you see, whenever I click the enter button, then page get refreshed. So to fix that, right now the best thing is we should remove this form tag and call this handle submit on the click of the button. So I'll say on click equal to I will call this handle submit on the click of the button, and I'll remove the form tag. Because whenever I was pressing enter, it is refreshing the page and I don't want it. It is submitting the form actually. This is the problem with the Google autocomplete. So we cannot do, we have to just work with the alternatives. So now when I click the location and I will try to put the address, so I'm only getting now the Google box. So let me add the San Francisco for the city. So you will see I'm getting 4 parts as I showed you before. Now here I can put exact address of my home, like for example 43 Monte Stella Place. So here I choose this one, and if you see place selected is again showing. Now here I have 8 components because I have the street address also. So first thing I am getting a street number, I am getting route, that is the street address, I am getting the locality, that is the city, and then this is the county or district you can say. This is the state, and this is the country, and this is the zip code, and zip code has extension also in some cases, that is called zip code suffix. I'm getting all the things in here. So either you can choose to have only city, or you can choose to have the complete address or the, let's see if I get business also, Walmart. If I put Walmart, I get nearby all the Walmart store also. And what I get here, because I put empty options, so I get businesses also. That is a 600 Shower Drive, Mountain View. They give me the address of this one, Walmart. Let's see another one, Target. Okay, so this is another one. I get it, Target. I get this one. So this is how we select this location box. There are a lot more things to do in this location box. I am not done with the location box yet, and quickly I will show you what things are pending in this location box, because I already did it in my another directory. I'll show you that one, what things are pending. Okay, one second, I'll show you that one. So this part will continue tomorrow. We will try to fix other things. This is not yet done. A lot of things, because right now this location box is only returning this one. I don't want this one. I want to really format the address, which I will save it in my database. Something will do that one. Okay, let me show you what things are pending here. One thing is I already told you. That I have to complete this part, this console.log part. Another thing, if you see the project which I have done in my another folder. So here, if I type address, you will see this cross button is coming. And when I click this, this goes away. So this part also we have to do it in this one. So if I put anything, I get cross button, it goes away. This part and the part which I told you before, that on place selected, I should be able to create a properly formatted object which I can save it in the database. And after user will click the submit button, I will save the information in the database. And then when user will go to the browse page or view page, let's say if he has 10 businesses, he can choose which businesses is how far from him. So he can say within 50 miles I want all the businesses. So we can, since we have taken the location, I can also show to the user that within the 50-mile range, these are the businesses you have. So something, that feature we can do only because we have this location box, and we will be doing that when we will be building the search page or the browse page where user will see all the businesses he is having in the area. So that's it for today.